Welcome back, CoinOPS fans. This is Pixel Freak from the CoinOPS Project Discord. There's so much here, I can't even cover it all. If you've got a pause button, you're going to want to read in the bottom right when I do a quick scroll, because there's so many things I can't even list them all and explain them to you without making you fall asleep, because there's so much new and all you want to do is see the pretties, and I get that. So Forgotten Worlds Legends Max and non-max are soon to come out. This may even have more updates to this build before it even gets out, because the devs are working so hard. So many changes. They have absolutely crushed it. I think there's 67 commits waiting. There's a list here. All right, so the non-max version is MAME only. I recommend it for cabinets because it's, I mean, of course, use it on whatever you want, but it's really good in cabinets because your digital controls on a control panel encoder are going to work really well. 517 arcade, 65 consoles. The max version introduces PC gamer support. There's 20 additional consoles and 10 additional arcades that are non-MAME. Okay, so you've got Afterburner Climax. It's an arcade game. So look at this. This shows you, I'm not going to cover all of them. I just want you to know that they're 16 by 9 only, so there's no 4 by 3 or 5 by 4 aspect ratio or vert orientation. There are 16 themes. One that came back from the dead, and also a brand new one called Marquee 2 that I'll show you in a second. Always, I recommend, if you got 4K or whatever and you're getting weird sizing, scaling issues, RetroArch doesn't scale by itself in these Legends builds because of all the individual bezels and the settings. Unless you know how to change it all, or you find a patch on the project Discord server, run it at 1920 by 1080 at 60 hertz and you're going to have trouble free. It's the best. I mean, it's retro games, guys. We don't need to super upscale everything. Set your display. There's a bat in the helpers that if you read how to do that, okay, that will actually read this. It's easy to do. It's self-explanatory. It's a bat that will run, so it will resize your Windows desktop so that you don't have to worry about all the changes. It just does it, bumps out. Always pay attention to helpers. There's so many good things in here. Templates, okay, shelling guide. This is the these are the two different options for the background music, which is absolutely bonkers addition that Inigo's come up with. Monk of the Funk's been crazy, along with Inigo coming up with insane updates to Retrofee, so much so that the video crashes on the high-end video cards are gone. All the DLLs and everything is tuned up so that it's actually dropped CPU and GPU usage by probably about 50% on most machines. It absolutely screams now. Joystick has been replaced with a much better system. The music system is all new from the bottom up, completely customizable, and it just crushes. It really, really adds an ambiance to these builds. And you can understand how to use them on the helper. This is the basic mode. Clicking the thumbsticks will just do next and previous tracks, no other options. But if you do, let me go into the advanced configs. Let's go to, because this is an option now, the default is light. Check it. Go to the full, all right? It not only does it change the helper so that you can see what else it can do, but that right thumbstick on your Xbox controller now becomes volume up and down, track left and right, click to stop, the advanced mode. It's absolutely fantastic. There's way more that you can do here as well. It's hiding in here. This INI, completely customizable by the user. You can set it to continue to play when you go into a game at a lower volume. You can change the way that it fades in and out. It's just absolutely smooth. You got to hear it and to use it. It's fantastic. I have it because I don't want to get demonetized or tagged or anything on YouTube. Grab yourself a good set of 80s, 90s MP3s, drop them in your music folder. It's not music licensed. I have them separated because I don't want it to get flagged. Drop them into your music folder. I have royalty free music here, so nobody gets in trouble, me mainly. And it will just shuffle through those. It's fan-freaking-tastic. I'm just so impressed with the stuff that they've done while I've not been making videos this last month or two. So with that, slowly go through here. Those of you that want to know, I mean, the playlist animation, the settings GUI improvements, the 30, 60, 120 frames per second for Retrofee, the menu actually being so much faster, okay? Read through these. The playlist remembers where you are now. All these code updates are just absolutely fantastic. Because it works so much more efficiently, the theme layouts can handle more. BP's been busy coming up with even things that he wanted to try before, but Retrofeed just couldn't handle it until the devs have just absolutely gone in there and taken away any impediments in the way. And this build is absolutely fantastic. fantastic. All right, so let's get into it. I want to show you around just a little bit. This is just the defaults. All right, you got your music going. This theme comes in. I don't remember. This might be the default theme where the cover, the video, these are all one piece. Now, look at that. Playlists. Now, animate instead of just showing it going away so you can tell where you are. Arcades and consoles are gold so you know where you're at. All right, let's go into settings. You have your previews. Notice that arcade themes, theme is in green so you know you're in the themes. Cabinet. All right. That's the one. Okay, cabinet theme is the one where it's actually not a cover and a video. It's all recorded as one video together. It's very fast, easy on lower end machines. It still looks fantastic. Cabinet 2 theme is a fast mode where it's not cross-fading in between. Cascading was brought back because, hey, Retrofeed can handle it now, and it was asked for. BP mocked it up, threw it in. Looks fantastic. Standard Legends theme. Legends 2 is the fast theme with the Legends background marquee. Check this out. Marquee theme 2. You just got to see it. Let me fire it up. Okay. Notice how the music continues to play because it's its own separate app, by the way. The things you don't know until you play around with it. Look at that. Marquees on the left, small video previews on the right. Hey, why don't we pause for a second? Fades into full Legends. This is a great addition. Absolutely. But now that Retrofeed can handle running all of this at the same time, no crashes, no slowdowns. Sky's the limit with the new themes. All right. So let's go to the only thing when you go into these up-down game selection control orientation, your playlists then have to go left to right. So it becomes a little challenging to change things. Let's go to wall theme. See all these? A fan favorite, the wall theme. Okay. Look at how fast this is. Look at those improvements. Okay, this is at the 60 hertz, all right? If you really want to pick it apart, you can look, you can say, oh, it's not exactly smooth as butter. You might see a little bit of flickering here and there. All right, fine. Before I get out, I'm gonna click the right thumbstick. Next song. Okay. Sorry, I've got advanced on, so that actually pauses it. Okay. Let's get out of there. Let's go. You've got all these options here. You've got enabling the bosses as unlockable characters. You've got your bezels. The background music enable, disable. I'm going to go to, I think I said I was in the full. I'm just going to make sure so that I'm not getting that wrong. You can now enable and disable favorites. So you can turn off the start button toggling so you can protect your favorites list. It's from, kiddos or guests messing up your favorites list. Front end. All right, let's turn on 120 frames just for the front end. I've got a good video card in here that should be able to handle it. These are the extra glass effects that outside of the GUI you can even fine tune further the reflective version that you select. There are 3. Remember playlist position. It's enabled by default. I don't know why you'd want to disable it, but you can, and it's a great feature now with respect to all the settings. Also, Retro Robot or Warrior are selectable as your intros. It used to be Collections only had Retro Robot, Legends only had Warrior. They're both available here in Forgotten Worlds Legends 2. Both non-max and max. You have second screen marquee support. Of course, you can choose whether you want it to crossfade or jump, turn it off. 16:9. If you don't have the standard marquee size, you actually are using a 16:9 monitor. That way it fits the proper aspect ratio for the art. And also, the code now allows you to turn off the second screen. So if you have multi-mon and you want to play CoinOPS in one screen on the left, your desktop isn't blanked out in the other screen. So you can still do other things if you want. That had been asked for a lot. So 120 frames per second. Let's go back in. Okay. Firing it up. Look at that. Smooth. No jaggies. Like butter. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so I can't say enough. You still got all the standard stuff, but folks, I'm very excited about this release. All of these code updates are going to have a place in the new builds. Get the new builds, check them out, give some feedback. It helps. CoinOps has been all about the experimental fit to purpose builds recently, just to get the community excited, see what they like, run some polls, get some feedback. People have been modding the S out of it. So folks, get this, check it out. It's a fantastic, fantastic build with all the inclusive additions on the software, the speed optimization updates. I can't tell you enough good things. Go back and look at that list that I scrolled by, so I'm just not taking up your time. Those that want to know, read that, give your feedback on the CoinOPS Project Discord. Don't go through our Arcade Punks. If you have to, you're on your own, because that site is not affiliated with CoinOps whatsoever. No matter what they market towards you, no matter how much they tell you you have to pay, CoinOps doesn't charge. It's done by hobbyists for people that love the game. If you paid for it, or if you click through a bunch of ads to get to it, you're doing it wrong, but at least you're getting it. So we'll see you on the CoinOPS Project Discord server, and we'll see you soon. Tell us what you think.